which was an advantage for the North at the start of the Civil War. Excellent. A larger population is a brilliant choice. It is the integration of wired networks related to each other that allow the link individually or collectively.
Bravo, wired system is the answer. Consists of using any of the available means of communication to materialize the link safely and efficiently.
You're right. Multiplicity of media is the correct answer. Who is this?
On track. Abraham Lincoln is the correct answer. What was the top secret project led by physicist J. Robert Oppenheimer that developed the atomic bomb?
Clear logic. Your choice Manhattan Project is sound and 100% true.
What day did the Japanese conduct sneak attack on the American military port of Pearl Harbor, Hawaii? Great thinking. December 7th, 1941 is the right choice. Believing that your section of the country is more important than the rest of the country is dash.
Nice selection. Sectionalism is the correct and valid answer.
It is planning aimed at determining the means that will be required to achieve said objectives.
Valid point. Strategic level is true.
Which two Japanese cities were targeted with atomic bombs by the United States in August 1945?
Exactly. Hiroshima planned and Nagasaki makes sense, and it is right choice.
It is the main means of communication in military operations in which mobility is required.
Right again. Radio communication is a valid answer.
What kind of city is New Orleans, which makes it important to both the North and the South?
Well reasoned. Port City is the correct choice.
The planning and execution of operations focus on tactical maneuver within a specific area.
Well done. Tactical level is the right choice.
What day did Japanese leaders surrender, ending the war in the Pacific and ending WUI?
Smart move. August 15th, 1945 is an accurate answer.
Which Union fort was bombarded for 34 hours before surrendering to the Confederates?
Good thinking. Fort Sumter is the right answer.
Which general leads U.S. forces north from Australia to retake the Philippines?
You chose Jen. Douglas MacArthur? And it is correct.
When a navy tries to prevent its enemy from trading overseas, they create.
Correct. A blockade is the right answer.
Naval battle that becomes turning point for WO2 in the Pacific Theatre.
Nicely done. Battle of Midway is a solid answer.
They are those that are carried out using means that are not organic.
Smart pick. Transport is the correct choice.
The possibilities of electronic warfare increased when it appeared.
Nice work. You chose the radio direction finder and it is correct.
At which conference did the Big Three Allied leaders first meet?
Right choice. Tehran Conference is the best answer.
This three-day battle is considered the turning point of the war.
Great job. Gettysburg is the accurate answer.
It is the primary means of communication for a given situation.
Sharp thinking. Basic is the right choice.
Is materialized through flexible and continuous communications.
Well picked. Work in motion is the correct answer.
Plans, conducts, and sustains military operations in a company.
Excellent choice. Operational art is the right answer. Which waterway was important to both the North and the South?
Solid response.
Mississippi River is a valid choice.
Who was President of the United States when we entered W2? You got it. Your choice, Franklin D. Roosevelt is right.
It is the attitude that a troop has towards the enemy.
Correct response.
Tactical situation is the most accurate answer.
Combine actions with the different government bodies.
Perfect. Operational art is the correct choice. Where were the first shots of the Civil War fired? Strong choice. Charleston Harbor, South Carolina is the right answer.
One Southern advantage during the Civil War was.
Good job. Your answer, having better leaders, works well here.
Where was the first atomic bomb dropped?
You chose Hiroshima, and it is correct. How many centuries make up a cohort?
On track, 6 is the correct answer.
The Civil War began in which year? Smart pick. 1861 is the correct choice. How many cohorts are in a legion? Great job. 10 is the accurate answer. About how many men made a legion?
Right choice. 5,500 is the best answer.
How many men were in a century?
You got it. Your choice 80 is right.
How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format? Sharp thinking. Contact Narayan Chengder is the right choice.